Yeah, that was a great movie.
It was good.
Right?
And the guy from 16 Candles played the...
That's right.
See?
That's right.
Cooch. Yeah. Nice. Karyn Bryant here with Dana White before 126, and we're just talking about a little bit of movies, actually, but this is actually...
Talking about Cooch.
Talking about Cooch. It's an everyday conversation when KB's in the house. No, Dana, seriously, you had to be giggling when you put this card together. This is ridiculous, and I know it's early in the year, but seriously, this has got to be one of the best ones you're going to be putting on this year.
No, I don't think so. I mean, if you look at the lineup, as long as everybody stays healthy, nobody gets hurt, we should have a great year this year with killer fights. But yeah, when we put this card together and you start looking, because the way that a card comes together is you start with usually the main or co-main event, and you continue to build the card over the next several months. And obviously, as this card started to come together, we were like, this is a good one.
Solid. Now, here in the States, obviously the Super Bowl is coming up. That's like the biggest event here. You were just recently down in Brazil. Can you contextualize what this fight between Anderson and Vitor is like? Is it like their Super Bowl?
Yeah, this is huge. There was a lot of BS going on here today at the press conference between these two, downplaying the fight, and I'm just here to perform, and yeah, whatever, I'm not saying anything over here. And the reality is, there's a lot on the line on a lot of different levels for these guys for this fight. Number one, Anderson Silva broke the record for most consecutive wins in the UFC. He broke the record for most consecutive title defenses. He's the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world. He's looking at a possibility of this big fantasy fight, possibly with Georges St. Pierre, et cetera, et cetera. Now, for Vitor to come in and take that away from him and to beat him, now, you look at that. What's at stake there? Now let's take into consideration that this fight is monstrous in Brazil, okay? Both of these guys are big stars down there. Everybody's watching and wants to know who's going to win. Neither guy wants to be the guy flying home on that plane Monday without that belt.
Absolutely. I agree with you. Now, I got to see Vitor train out here at Extreme Couture in the months leading up to this. The guy is looking amazing. But Anderson has been kind of quiet, and he trained only in Brazil. Did you get to see him train, and why do you think it is that he stayed so secluded away from everybody here?
Yeah, no, I haven't seen him train. The other thing that hasn't really surfaced between these two publicly is their dislike for each other. They used to train together. There's accusations of what used to happen when they trained together, and I think both guys are a little pissed off about it and want to win this fight on Saturday night.
Well, that stare down was sick.
Sick. I'm telling you, one of my favorite things in the combat sports is the stare down, and usually the big stare down doesn't really happen until the day of the weigh-ins, because you've been cutting weight, they're ready to fight, they're just nasty and miserable, they haven't eaten. That one was top 10, and it's not even the day of the weigh-ins yet.
Yeah, no, it was incredible. Obviously, this fight has a lot to say about the 205 picture. Where do you see Forrest coming back? He's coming back off of a long layoff. Where do you see Forrest and Rich as far as what they can do moving forward from this fight, whoever wins?
Yeah, and this is a fight, I really like this fight. I got a lot of people saying to me that they think it's going to be a decision. I don't see this fight going to decision. Both these guys are aggressive. They both try to finish fights. Their styles are almost exactly alike. I see this fight. I'm going to go out and predict, because I always do. This is the only thing I predict, is the fight of the night. I'm going to call that the fight of the night. I think that one probably won fight of the night.
Has a lot of potential. Obviously, coming up in March, we have Shogun and Rashad. Is it fair to have let Rashad kind of sit out, study tapes of the champ while the champ has to rehab? Should Rashad have stayed active and had to sort of at least stay busy and instead of just get all that time to prep for the champ?
Listen, I could not agree with you more. And you can ask Rashad. I said that to Rashad. The way that guys stay great at fighting is to keep fighting. And Shogun had to lay off. He had surgery. He had to do what he had to do. I think Rashad Evans was insane to take that layoff and wait all that time for the fight, but that's what he chose to do.
Well, I think he did that knowing that this is definitely the fight of a lifetime against Shogun and that it's going to be a supreme challenge.
Well, I don't know if it's a fight of a lifetime. If the guy stays the champion, if he doesn't, somebody else does, and you knock off somebody else and you go for that title shot to fight him. Maybe stylistically he likes this fight and thinks he matches up well with Shogun and wanted to take this fight for the title. But my philosophy is you're either the best or you're not. And when you're the best, when you get up on that pedestal and you got the belt, everybody's gunning at you anyway. You're going to end up fighting all the guys anyway. You might as well stay busy, stay active, make some money, and be ready for Shogun.
Nice. Well, I thought I was going to be able to make some money betting on the Patriots.
Or have an advantage. You have an advantage over Shogun by staying active.
I feel you on that one. I was going to say I was going to bet on the Patriots, but they didn't make it, dude.
I know. Listen, I thought the Patriots were going to win too, and I think everybody else did. But I've actually become an Aaron Rodgers fan over the last couple months. Yeah, so I'm kind of pulling for him to win.
All right. Well, see, I like Roethlisberger. I'm not going to any bathroom bars with him, but I think he's got a good arm.
That's funny.
Thanks, Dana. Best of luck to you. It's going to be great.
I was going to say you were a Brett Favre fan.
Oh, well, at times. Thanks a lot.
All right. Pleasure. You're awesome. Thank you.
Thanks, Dana.